Welcome to Boma tutorial. So remember we talked about linear gradient and we talked about a different type of gradient. So we have a linear gradient, we have radical gradient, we have conic gradient. But the question I want to ask you guys is, do you know that you can add gradient when it comes to text? We know that gradient is where you mix more than one color. Not so. For example, maybe you have 2 to 3 colors. You can mix out of those 3 colors to give you one color. That's what we call gradient. But you can apply that same method when it comes to text. So how can we do it? So the first thing, I come to my project browser, I create a file. So I'm going to call the text gradient, and I enter, and I also going to put the same. So I can come here like this, and I enter. Okay. So now let me create another file too. Okay. So now here's the example. So you see I put text gradient, but I forget to put a .html. So how can we correct this? So I can come here, right click on this, and come to rename. So when I come to rename, and I can say .html, and I enter. So you see, so it has been corrected. So this is how we can correct our document, our file, just in case we forget to put the language or the end of the file. So that, for example, I can come back here and I can say so to get all my content, I tap the key, tap P, and we're giving this. Now let's come, for example, here and just name this text gradient. So you can say text gradient. So you can say text gradient. Now I can come here and create, or I can create a section. So section, and I can give this section a class name. So the name of the class will be text. And I'll just say text is the name of the class. Now I can come here like this and enter, and I could just, for example, I could press I could just tell HR, this represent horizontal line. So I can come here and enter because I want a line there, and I can just say H1, and in this H1 I can say welcome. Let's just say welcome to common example of our text. Now when I'm done, I can be able to save this. So I can come by and I create my CSS. So I'll say text gradient.css. So I come to my project browser here, and I come to file here, and I say text. So I can say text gradient.css. Text gradient.css. Now let's come here, for example, and link this. Come right up here, enter, and I say link, and I can kind of like this, and I say this that. Okay, so I know the reason why, because so I take out this, the 2 code are left or one of the code. So you put this, and now we can see of our text gradient. So here's it. So we can just press Ctrl S. Now let's go back to our text gradient.css. So now when you come to your text gradient.css, remember we created our class. Now so we call that class text. So I say dot text. So I say dot text and put my curly braces. So text alignment, I want for it to be in the center. So say text alignment, and I say center, and I save this, and let's run it and see. Okay, so you notice that text will definitely be in the center. So I can come here like this, So you see the text is in the center. You see here's my horizontal line. Now let's come back here. So I can come back to my CSS. Okay, so I can say font size, and I can say I can say 8 rem. So 8 rem. We'll talk about font size. We'll read a tutorial in that. Font family. Okay, for font family, and font family, we can take this. Okay, and we can enter. Now we're going to apply leading gradient to our text. We want to mix different colors so that we can have one color. So for example, I can add margin there. So margin top. Let's just say margin, and margin we can say 40 pixel. So you can say 40 pixel, and you come back here and see. So you see the margin is 40 pixel now. So it's still changing this. Now let's come to our Visual Studio Code and add our leading gradient. So I can say background. So background, and I say leading. Okay, so this is the color. So I say to right. Okay, to right, comma. So that means the color will start from the right. So now I can say hash 5 on hash f. Let's say f3 f321 f321 7070 comma. The next one is hash ff eb 07, and put another more comma. Then put hash 21 put 21, and put 96 f3 and put comma. The next one is hash, and put ff 00 bb. So you save this. Okay, now let's go back to our browser and see what we have done. So now you've seen it. So when you come to your browser, it takes the background color. But now there is special CSS property we're going to use, and we'll call it WebKit. But first thing, let's apply WebKit. We want to make this transparent. So let's come back here like this. So we can come back here. So I come back here like this to my Visual Studio Code, and I can enter here like this. So now let me write this first, then I will explain what is a WebKit. So I say WebKit. So the first thing I say, okay, dash. Okay, so I say WebKit dash, and I say text. Okay, dash fill dash color. Then I'll put this there. From there, I can write transparent. Now, why are we using WebKit? Now, the reason why we're using this is because we have different browsers, and we want for our content to render to those different browsers, whether Chrome we're using, whether that's Safari or Internet Explorer, whatever browser we are using. This CSS property we call WebKit will make our CSS or our HTML code to be compatible with whatever browser we're using. So the reason why we say WebKit text field color should be transparent. So let's save this now. Save it and come back to your project, your browser. Click this. So you see now our text is transparent, is not showing. So how can we make it to show? So now we need to use the same WebKit background click text. So look now, I'll go back to it. So our Visual Studio Code, click on this, enter. So you see dash web kit dash text. No, so let's say, for example, let's say WebKit dash background. Yeah, so there's it, WebKit dash. So we just click on this, and here now we can say text. So we can say text, save this, come back. So you see, so you took the text now. So that background was taken by the text. Now remember we said font right now. So you see font right here, it took this color. Now the next thing is we want to add text shadow. So if you want to learn more about shadow or text shadow in CSS, there's a tutorial that I've created on my YouTube channel. You can check that tutorial up and it will teach you more about text shadow or box shadow. So for example, I can come here like this and I say text. So I say text. So I can say text shadow dot text shadow. So I can come here like this, say text shadow, and I can say 0, 0, and I can say 10. I can say 10 pixel. Then I'm using arrow G E A, that is red, green, blue, and alpha. So now I can come here like this. This is 0. Green 2 can be 0, 0. Blue 2 can be 0, and the alpha can be 0.5. 0.5. Yeah, save this. So see what will happen. So I can come here. So you see, so I created shadow. So you see how it look. So shadow was added. Thank you for watching. This is Boima tutorial. We just learned how to add gradient to our text. We know that gradient is where you make series of color to give you one color. So we see that you can also apply that same method when it comes to your text. So thank you for watching. This is Boima tutorial.